Thank you, Mr. Chairman and Ranking Member and Committee. I appreciate you allowing me the opportunity to wave onto this committee. It certainly is an honor, even though it'll only be for just a few short minutes, to share my support for H.R. 2830, the Veterans Improvement Commercial Driver's License Act of 2023, which is a bill that I'm leading to increase veteran access to timely, quality commercial driver's license training, to increase the truck driver workforce pool, and to help reduce the strain on our nation's supply chain that's currently worsened by the severe truck driver shortage. Across the United States, the trucking industry is facing more than 78,000 driver shortage, which some estimate could reach 160,000 by 2030. This shortage is complicated in part by burdensome red tape restricting veteran access to commercial driver's license training using their GI Bill benefits. Trucking shortages have a ripple effect, I know that you realize, through our nation's supply chains, worsening bottlenecks and delaying delivery times. My bill seeks to reduce the strain on our nation's supply chain and bolster workforce development among veterans by eliminating the red tape currently inhibiting veteran access to CDL training programs and increasing the pool of eligible truck drivers. Currently, roughly 8,400 commercial driving programs are approved for use by eligible veterans under the GI Bill, but a statutory 2-year rule under the GI Bill prevents these training facilities from accepting GI benefits at secondary locations for 2 years. This burdensome red tape has excluded many veterans from attending closer secondary branch training facilities that offer the exact same curriculum as a pre-approved facility, and it's been forcing veterans to travel further or wait 2 years to pursue their CDL. My bill would exempt new branches of pre-approved training facilities from the statutory 2-year wait to accept veterans' benefits and protects the integrity of the GI Bill by requiring that all secondary locations submit an annual report verifying their curriculum is identical to the primary location. This bill is a common sense reform with wide organizational support that will reduce unnecessary roadblocks to veteran training and workforce opportunities. And I look forward to working with the House Veterans Affairs Committee to move this forward. And if I may, I have one question for Mr. Garcia. And I remain grateful for the Department of Veterans Affairs' support of this bill. That said, concerns have been raised that the bill's language doesn't clearly require the secondary facility to be within the same state as the primary facility. My intent was to ensure that this exemption only applies to facilities within the same state. Do you know if the department has any concerns with their interpretation of this specific language?
Sir, so first of all, if it's good for the veterans, good for the economy, and we still have that state improvement agency authority and oversight are the main concerns that we have. And so, as you say, if that branch with the same curriculum is within the same state, we don't see any issues there.
Would the department prefer that it only apply within state lines versus nationwide?
I wouldn't say that we have a preference either way. We would gladly carry out that law as passed. We think there are probably less concerns if it's in state because the same state approving agency would be approving both locations and therefore would already be familiar with the business practices and the financial stability of the main campus, which would probably be advantageous.
Thank you. Thank you all for being here. Mr. Chair, Ranking Member, again, thanks for allowing me the time to be here. I yield back.
Thank you, Mr. Edwards. The